Most of the time we assume that our paper dollars is money, but the reality is our paper dollars don't store value very well. Think of it this way, you work hard at your job all year and you make $50,000. Now let's assume that you take this $50,000 that you earn and you print it in cash. Now you have this $50,000 in cash, and let's assume you could put it in a duffel bag, and now you have a time machine. So you go in this time machine, you take this $50,000 worth of cash, and now we go forward 30 years. What do you think is going to happen if we go forward 30 years with this $50,000? Do you think that $50,000 will be able to buy you the same things that you can today? No, probably not. Chances are in 30 years that $50,000 that you earn today is going to be able to buy you way less in the future than it can today because of something called inflation. That's why the value of our dollars keep dropping and the prices of everything keep going up. But let's go backwards now. Let's assume that you have this $50,000 in cash and we can go backwards in time. We'll go back 30 years. Now, do you think this $50,000 is going to be able to buy you the same things that it can today? No. If we go back 30 years, you're going to be able to buy way more stuff with that $50,000 than you can today, because $50,000 30 years ago had way more buying power than $50,000 does today. So now, if you're working for this money, this paper dollars, and you just keep stacking and saving this money because that's what we're told to do, at least that's what I was told, was I was supposed to work hard and then save as much money as possible. Well, this money that you're saving isn't growing because your bank isn't paying you any interest. It's actually losing value every single day. Your savings are losing value, effectively making you poorer each and every day just by saving your money, because inflation is way higher than what interest your bank is paying you. Money, at its core definition, is supposed to be some sort of store of value. So you earn $50,000 because of this labor that you put in, and the money that you have is supposed to store this $50,000. But our paper dollars don't do that. Our paper dollars are really just a means of exchange. It's a type of currency. It's a way for us to exchange our money. It's a way for us to buy things and do transactions with, but it's not a good way for you to store your money. That's why I call it fake money. What real money is a way for you to store the value of the earnings that you got. Traditionally, this would be something like physical gold, because gold is a store of value. It takes time, effort, and labor to mine an ounce of gold, and if you own some physical gold, you own a real representation or a real store of value. That's what gold is. We used to be on the gold standard here in the United States, meaning every dollar used to be a gold certificate. But we're no longer on the gold standard. In 1971, President Richard Nixon severed the dollar and the gold standard, which means you could no longer exchange $1 bill for a specific ounce of gold. Now, the dollar is separate from gold, which means that the government can print as much money as they want. The government can print as many dollars as they want, which effectively dilutes the value of each dollar, which makes the value of your money, your paper dollars that you're working so hard to earn, that you're working so hard to save, diluted each and every day. We just talked about the difference between a liability and an asset, but this is one of the reasons why it's so important for you to convert your dollars into assets, not just so you can become wealthy, not just so you can create cash flow, not just so you can take advantage of the system that we're in, but so you can actually preserve the value of your money. Because if you don't, your money is going to lose value each and every day in the bank, and this is what's happening to so many people. Inflation is known as a hidden tax. It's a tax on people that don't understand what inflation is. It's a tax on the financially uneducated, because as inflation continues to be very high, the value of your savings will continue to lose value each and every day, effectively making you poorer. So the people who pay this tax are the people that don't understand what inflation is. That's why it's a hidden tax. It's a silent tax. It's a tax on people who are financially uneducated. So if I haven't convinced you about the importance of investing your money because of the capitalist system that we're in, or if I haven't convinced you to invest your money that way you can own assets instead of liabilities, or if I haven't convinced you to invest your money that way you don't keep making every other company around you rich, hopefully this will be the reason why. Because if you don't invest that money, if you just own liabilities, if you just stack cash, well, that cash is gonna make you poorer each and every day, because the value of your dollars are dropping while the price of everything around you keeps getting more expensive, which is why if you want to at least preserve the value of your money, or if you want to grow the money you have, you need to own assets. That means owning shares of companies, stocks, or owning some physical real estate, actual assets, which will help to preserve, if not grow, the value of your wealth. Now, does this mean that every investment that you make is going to make you money? No, of course not. Investing has risks, but not investing has risks as well. Because if you don't invest your money, well, then your savings are going to continue to lose value to inflation each and every day. If you enjoyed this short clip from my longer videos, here's another clip that I think you'll love. And while you're at it, if you're interested in learning more about how to start generating passive income, our team put together an amazing guide on how to start generating passive income for free. All you got to do is click that button right over there. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.